Good morning. Thank you for waking up with us here on Fox News First. I'm Mayde Gomez. Hope you guys had a great weekend.
I did. Ernie Zuniga here. Got outside. Had to get a little fitness in.
There
just
you go.
So I wouldn't feel so darn lazy. And because I need to, you know, in anticipation of all the eating that will be happening this week.
Smart.
I gotta work out. I gotta burn a few calories, Brad Sowder.
Making space. That's what that is.
That's what
Making space.
I've been trying to do that for a while.
I always love going for a walk or a turkey trot on Thanksgiving Day, and you can smell all the fried turkeys happening.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
All the casseroles, the sweet potato, you can smell the cinnamon.
Quite literally, you can smell the bread. It's wonderful.
Yes.
That's why I do it just on Thanksgiving. No other time during the year.
Just once a year.
So I don't feel guilty. 7:01, and let's get you going here this morning. Good morning, everybody. We are cloudy, and we are looking at temperatures that are in the 50s, 56 degrees in San Antonio right now, so it is cool, a little bit cooler. Wind out of the northeast at 8 miles per hour. And radar this morning, well, yeah, a few sprinkles popping up. Well, a couple near Bernie. Wouldn't worry too much about that if you're trying to go out for a walk. Just go. You might even need a light jacket, though, because it is a little bit cool. But there are those sprinkles moving north of Bernie now, closer up to Comfort here in the next little bit. All right, so clouds this morning. We will say hello to some sunshine this afternoon, so have those sunglasses in your car. You'll need them later on today. And we're going to be talking about it being dry, though. Dry for the next few days. Could be some dense fog tomorrow morning, however. I'll see you back with that forecast, and we'll walk right into Thanksgiving coming up. Now let's check in with Vanessa with on-time traffic. And Vanessa, with so many schools being closed, I guess I would imagine lighter traffic maybe this morning?
Well, as of right now, yes, and that's exactly what we would think. But first thing this morning at 5 a.m., we had 2 accidents, we had construction. So really, you know, who knows? Roadways are very unpredictable. But right now, taking a look, we have an accident. This is going to be a little northwest of downtown, I-10 westbound at Colorado Street, but not really impacting commuters. You did see that it was that the square was yellow, so not too severe. Now, time for our Alex Gomez. Alex, what's the latest?
Well, right now I'm actually doing pretty good. I just made it through downtown and even the southeast side. Haven't seen too many slowdowns this morning for me, so I'm still driving. Right now, the driving conditions are fairly decent. Roads are dry, and it's a bit cloudy, but I haven't seen any of that nasty fog like we saw last week. So I'm hoping it continues throughout the rest of the week, Vanessa.
All right, I'm with you there, buddy. Okay, he and I will be back in just a couple of minutes. Back to you.
All right, guys, thank you. Breaking from overnight, more promising news on the vaccine front. AstraZeneca says its experimental vaccine is 70% effective. It was 90% effective when the vaccine was given as a half dose, followed by a full dose at least a month later. The vaccine, developed with the University of Oxford, is the latest of several vaccine trials worldwide to post their results this month.
Also breaking from overnight, 2 people killed and multiple others injured in a stabbing last night at a church in San Jose, California. The church had apparently let some homeless people in because of the colder weather, and no services were taking place at the time. At this time, it's still not clear how it happened or just how many people were wounded, but police did take a suspect into custody.
New from overnight, a couple is recovering after being burned in the backyard of their South Side home. It happened just a few hours ago after a gas can ignited off Huff Avenue. Christina De Leon is live now with more on what started the fire. Christina?
Yeah, police tell us that the woman was smoking and she accidentally tripped over a gas can in her backyard, which ignited. Now, this was around 1 o'clock this morning at a home off of Huff Avenue on the south side. The woman in her 40s was burned all over her body. Now, a man inside the home tried to help and put her out, but he too was burned. The fire department and police were called to help. Both burn victims were taken to the hospital. At last check, the woman was in critical condition. The man expected to recover. He's been stabilized. Now, police are calling this an accidental fire as they continue to investigate. We're reporting live. I'm Christina De Leon. We will send it back to you.
New overnight, a San Antonio homeowner is displaced after an early morning fire. On the southwest side, firefighters were called to this home on Hayden Drive near Dempsey, but were able to put out the fire quickly. Now the owner was able to get out in time. Fire crews are still investigating. No word on what caused the fire.
Two people were hurt in a rollover accident on the northwest side. This was near West Avenue and the I-10 service road. The driver told police that he and a passenger were arguing inside the pickup when he lost control and rolled the vehicle. Neither was seriously injured.
I'm Emily Balcom, the Live Desk, tracking breaking news from Houston, where police chased a U-Haul truck going the wrong way for 30 miles across several highways. Check out the video. The chase ended when the truck crashed in, of all places, the parking lot of Houston's Univision TV station. Police haven't said if the U-Haul truck was stolen or why the driver was going the wrong way on busy highways. So far, we just know when the U-Haul crashed, a female passenger was trapped in the truck and the male driver ran off. Police eventually tracked him down. He and the woman are now at the hospital, where no doubt Houston police have a lot of questions for them. From the Live Desk, I'm Emily Balcom.
I didn't think I was going to make it out there, to be honest.
Whew, hard to hear, right? Developing story, 3 men were trapped behind a window gate as their house went up in flames on the southwest side over the weekend. And this morning, we are hearing from one of those survivors. This happened on Saturday off Sandy Valley Drive near Ray Ellison Boulevard. So Zachary Gibbs, the guy you just heard from, was one of the men trapped, and he says it was around 7:30 when the 3 of them got home from church and began smelling smoke.
A whole bunch of like 5 or 6 firemen and police were right there telling me to get out, that you need to get out.
So aside from material things, the family's dogs are also believed to have been killed in the fire. And let's take a look at the latest COVID-19 numbers in our area. So last night, Bexar County confirmed 567 new cases. There were no new deaths to report, but there were 17 deaths added from a backlog, bringing the total to 1,335. Hospital numbers are also going up. There are 492 patients in our local hospitals with COVID. Just 2 weeks ago, that number was below 300.
With Thanksgiving now just days away, Mayor Ron Nirenberg is reminding everyone to stay safe and offering advice for anyone who thinks they may need to quarantine.
If you were within 6 feet of someone who has COVID-19 for at least 15 minutes, provided care at home to someone who is sick with COVID-19, or had direct physical contact with a known positive individual, you should try to make arrangements to quarantine for 14 days.
The mayor tweeted a reminder last night. He says that you can't really test out of quarantine since you could be contagious at any point during those 2 weeks, even if you're not showing symptoms. If you have plans for Thanksgiving and you have some concerns, Bexar County wants to help local residents. Some testing sites being made available to keep you and your family safe. That's coming up.